Last night, the underdogs seemed poised to score their first victory, but an unexpected Hail Mary from the opposing team could change everything. Welcome to Celebrity Big Brother.
Previously on Celebrity Big Brother. Chris and Shayna were working with both sides of the house.
My heart says that I like you guys.
Right.
And that I don't.
Well, of course.
Why would you not?
Hello.
But after Misha was aggressively pushing her own agenda,
Might want to think about putting Carson. Misha thinks she's running this house, even not in the HOH. So.
Right.
and the former bunny won the veto,
You win the golden power of veto!
That's double veto winner.
they chose their side.
Do you want me to take Carson down?
Yes.
And Shayna executed their plan.
I've decided to use the power of veto on Carson.
Thank you.
But it sent Kirkpatrick to the block.
I nominate you, Chris Kirkpatrick.
And ultimately, the founder of NSYNC was gone.
By a vote of 5-0, Chris, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
With the head of household on the line, it was Misha, Todd, Lamar, and Todrick on one side of the house, and Carson, Shayna, and Cynthia on the other. As the stars fell,
I can't do it.
it came down to Carson versus Todrick.
If Todrick wins this, Carson and I are right back on the block, and that ain't what we want.
And a deal was struck that gave Carson a crucial victory.
Promise.
Guess who's HOH, everybody?
Carson and his allies made it clear that Misha was in trouble.
Put Misha and Todd up.
So Todrick concocted a plan to turn Carson and Cynthia against their ally.
I want to go talk to them and be like, listen, Shayna has been playing both sides of this house. This is my Hail Mary. I got to take the spotlight off of Misha and put it on Shayna so that there's somehow a way that I can stay in this game.
And he threw Shayna under the bus.
Basically, Shayna has been playing both sides of the house. She has been sitting in you guys' room by night and in our room by day saying she'd up on the floor with us. I'm sure she has some sort of deal with you guys.
Okay,
I'm gonna go.
I appreciate that.
Causing Carson and Cynthia to do a total 182 on their former friend.
Coming from just one person, I would maybe doubt it, but coming from both of them, I think I believe them.
Shayna tried to defend herself.
I have told you guys everything.
And tell us that you told him that Carson needs to go up.
I said that you were a threat. I never said to put you
And
up.
that he needs to go up. That's what they both said.
That's a lie.
But it just blew up into World War CBB3.
You said that you
I said I
wanted to be in
wanted
the
to
final.
work with you guys, absolutely.
But you were working with us.
It's just ridiculous.
At the nomination ceremony,
I've nominated you, Misha, and you, Todd.
Carson put the pieces in place for a back door.
I'm not a big backdoor fan, but Shayna seems to be the target that everybody wants out of the house.
Tonight, will the veto seal Shayna's fate? Or could Misha or Todd be walking out the door? Either way, another celebrity will be evicted. All this right now, live on Celebrity Big Brother.
Good evening, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Welcome to Eviction Night on Celebrity Big Brother. It is day 20 inside the Big Brother house, and with the finale fast approaching, this game has been turned on its head as Todrick and Misha threw Shayna under the bus in hoping to save Misha. And it might just work. Tonight, a backdoor plan to send Shayna packing could be realized if anyone but Shayna wins the live veto competition. If Shayna doesn't win veto tonight and a seat on the block opens up, will Carson follow through and turn on his one-time ally? We'll find out before the hour is up. But first, all season long, Misha has been dominating this game. And even from the nomination chair, she still seems to be running the show with a little help from her friend.
This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
So I nominated Misha and Todd because it's part of an overall plan to, I can't believe I'm saying this, probably save Misha and then possibly eliminate Shayna, who we realize has been playing both sides. There's a little bit of risk with this backdoor plan, but I'm gonna trust my gut. Don't let me down. Oh, it kicked.
I'll catch you on the outside, Toddy.
I'm on the block. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not worried about it. With all the stuff that went down today, as long as Shayna doesn't win the veto, everything is golden. She will be going home.
That seat be hot, homie. I've been in it twice.
Being on the block sucks, but Todrick has come in as my savior and he helped me flip the script. And the fact that the target is pointed at Shayna, I'm all for that.
After everything that went down, I'm a little surprised that I'm not on the block. And honestly, the best way to stay that way is for me, once again, to win that veto and keep the nominations the same.
The plan is to get Shayna out of the house, but there's still a veto to play and she could win it. But for now, let's just rejoice. I could not be happier and prouder of myself for helping organize this amazing, iconic strategy, darling.
Feel more real now that your picture's up there?
Yeah. But I do look pretty fierce, I'm just gonna say.
It's stress baking time.
Yay!
This house is crazy. I just cannot get over the way that this whole energy has been turned upside down.
I just didn't even think there was like a case to make. I didn't think I would be heard anyways, you know?
Yeah.
And my hero.
Things are looking pretty good for me right now, but I've got to focus on winning this veto competition because ultimately the only way to know you are 100% safe is to do it yourself.
It's the least I could do since I fell off the wall. Would you have ever thought 24 hours ago?
Not a chance in hell.
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. But I just wanted to explain to you, like, my game and my process so you understand it from me, okay? Okay. The first week when we got in here, was I feeling people out? Was I doing stuff? Yes. Was I was trying to, like, figure out people and find out information. But I came here and I shared it with you guys all the time. So the four of us could move forward. Me, you, Chris, and Carson. We finally have power. Everything I've worked for.
I feel like, from what I understand, is
that's
you
what
were
I'm saying.
playing both sides to make sure if the ship was sinking over here, you could be over there.
If I didn't win that veto, there was no side to play.
Carson and I have been straight up 100 straight with you. We don't take meetings with people inside, anything that's going to disrupt what we have here. We've been completely honest with you to the point where the man offered to go home, and you seem.
And I would never let that. And I would never let.
Shayna, you were completely fine with that.
I was not fine with that.
I don't remember you fighting for that.
I could have left her nominations the same, and you two could have been sitting on the block, and I didn't do that.
You could have done that, absolutely. But
I think that speaks volumes.
Shayna's doing what Shayna does best. Trying to stay in his house. I'm not saying that Shayna didn't give Carson and I some information, but I don't think she told us all the information.
For someone who's been so concerned with being on the block the whole time, you actually have managed to not actually get on the block. Carson's been on it twice. I've been on it once.
That's because the people that you're believing right now put him on the block. I took him off.
Yeah, but I noticed that they haven't put you on the block at any point.
Because they've been targeting him the whole time. That's been their target the whole time.
I don't know, Shayna. No, I think you were doing what you needed to do. Everything you did was at the convenience of making sure that you were going to be good.
I definitely was going to protect myself, Cynthia, but I wasn't going to do it at the expense of, like, us.
I'm kind of blown away by Cynthia because talking to her is like talking to a box of crayons. And I'm done. I'm not doing it. Thanks, Cynthia. Misha and Todrick just won. They got exactly what they wanted. They destroyed our alliance.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, and I appreciate that.
Please let me play in that veto.
I want to talk to you later about what happens if Shayna does win.
Then we need to vote Todd out.
Well, I don't know if that would be what the consensus would be.
If Shayna wins the power of veto and the nominations stay the same, I'm walking on very thin ice.
What are you thinking?
I would like to have a little bit of a bitch in play. I would propose if Shayna does happen to win veto, keep me here and I'll help you put her out.
I think you might be underselling to pitch something that just keeps you safe for a week, doesn't keep you safe the next week.
I just don't want them to decide if she wins veto, like, that they should vote me out.
I think I should just like ask them, I'm thinking of if they want to do like a final fourth pick.
How are you feeling?
Still confused and,
Processing.
but I think we're doing the right thing. I've been very straightforward in the Big Brother house and have said from day one that I would play with honesty and integrity. But we thought that Shayna was really part of our sisterhood. And I didn't have any doubts about her until now. It's part of the game, I guess.
I think, like, with my conversation with her, I just feel like she's just not owning up to anything.
And I know she's gonna be like, I saved you.
Yeah, but she was in our alliance. So she was supposed to save us. That still doesn't justify that she has not been honest with us. And it just feels like, to me, at the end of the day, everything that she did, even if we benefited from it, was still just self-serving for her own gain.
As crazy as it may sound, I would rather continue playing this game with just Carson and I. I don't like how she's playing the game. And I definitely don't like that she's playing us.
I don't think everybody would be making it up.
I don't think so. The two of them did not get together to concoct these lies and make up about her and are telling us this to win a game. I don't see it.
I don't either. The response of Shayna just seems so flustered and so defensive. Whereas Misha's just like, listen, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Do as you want. I'm okay to go home. When someone says that to me,
that's integrity.
I really trust Misha.
I know, for some reason, I think she's
so honest. Yeah.
For some reason,
if she's lying,
yeah,
then she's a good liar.
I'm just working out scenarios in my head.
Of how we get to the end and who has to win what HOH to get us there.
If we get Shayna out this week, and then next week, if you win HOH, I mean, like, if we took Carson out at that point, it's like we run away with this thing.
I know, but then would we be backstabbing Carson?
That's why I'm not, like, sure if I want to make a deal for a top 4. It's a risk for me in one way, but it's kind of like the go big or go home mentality.
I don't really want to commit to a final 4 with Carson and Cynthia, but if it meant saving Misha, I would. However, I don't want to be seen as somebody who goes back on their deal. So I'm hoping we can work on a common goal this week to get Shayna out and we can continue business as usual.
Part of me wants to give you and I the best odds of winning. And that is not a final 4 with Carson and Cynthia.
Big Brother is all about expecting the unexpected. So Carson, Don't rest easy. If I survive this vote, thank you very much, but you may just find yourself in my crosshairs again.
Competitively, I know the best thing to do is use Carson's HOH to take out Shayna. He can't play in the next HOH. You or I win. Take out Carson. You and I are in the final two.
If we get Carson out and Shayna's gone, it's over.
Up next, can Todrick and Misha pull off the biggest move of the season? Then, the live veto competition could change either Todd or Misha's fate. Stay with us. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. A plan appears to be in place to take Shayna out, but the deals have only just begun.
It's a lot into planning a wedding, let me tell you.
Did you guys have a big wedding?
Hell yeah.
On TV, right?
Yeah, it was a big deal. I look like Prince Charming. I had a beautiful wife. When I married Chloe, there's just so many things that I did wrong when it came to that relationship that if I could take back, of course, I would take them back. It was never my intention to hurt her, but you know, my head wasn't just in the right place. I wasn't taking care of myself.
So when you met her, it was just different for you. You just immediately connected with her.
We were together every day until we got married.
Why was it 30 days though?
It just happened like that, really. It's like, let's get married. Okay, when? It's like, now.
Well, if anyone can whip up a star-studded 30-day wedding, it's Kris Jenner.
Man.
When you talk about her, she sounds like she was the love of your life.
I mean, I don't, you know, I never thought about getting married again.
Like one of your biggest regrets.
Yes, it is. I didn't treat that good woman right.
Well, I think one of the things that being in this house has taught us is to appreciate the small things and don't take anything for granted.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you get out, I would try to make contact with her.
Well, I'm gonna try my damnedest. I mean, I would probably just want to take her to dinner, and it would be a blessing just to be in her presence. Just tell her I'm sorry and what a fool I was. And she has the right to never ever want to see me again for the things I put her through. You know, but time moves on and, you know, people change. Yeah, I would say I'm a lot more loyal now. I just wish I was mature enough to handle it right, but I wasn't. But given the opportunity again, now I know what to do, right? I know what to do and what not to do. Just saying her name kind of like brightens up my day. And all I can do is, you know, wish the best for her. Sometimes it's hard for me to sleep at night, thinking about her.
All right, you're making me miss my husband.
Right.
This experience has been life-changing. Ooh, excuse me.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I propose something to you while I have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
In my heart of hearts, I do trust Misha in this whole Shayna situation. But she's been gunning for me this entire competition, so I need a little insurance. Whoever wins the veto, even if it's me, will pull one of you guys down.
Okay.
But it should probably be you.
Okay.
And she's gonna unfortunately have to go home.
Right.
But if I do that, Maybe you could spare me and Cynthia in the next HOH?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, great.
Wonderful.
I think that's the most honest and straightforward thing to do.
Absolutely.
There's still a veto to be played, and when the HOH offers me a deal, of course, I'm gonna take it. But if Carson is willing to take out one of the numbers on his side, that could ultimately lead to the end of his game. This is huge for me.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's a done deal.
I have some very good news for us. I just made a deal. If Shayna doesn't win, I would put her up and take somebody down. And I had an agreement with Misha that I would take her down. She keeps me and you safe in the next HOH. And she said yes. So I think we're going to the final four. So never in a million, billion, trillion, gazillion years did I ever think I'd be telling Cynthia that I had just made a deal with Misha to get the two of us to the final four. No shade to Todd and Lamar. They're still here, but we're moving right along. I thought she might be like, oh, I could only do one. And she was like, no, that's fine. Wow. Yeah.
This is why I ride with you to the end.
It wasn't that long ago that I was a little uneasy about my fate and Carson's fate. But now, since Carson has made this deal with Misha, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable about our future in this house.
We're here for the long haul now. And if we've been through hell, and maybe we as well win.
I don't know where the wheeler and dealer in me came in. I was
I was like, who are you?
If I'm going to make a deal with the devil, then I'm going to get a little payback.
Thank you.
With interest.
Okay.
Carson came in and offered me a deal today.
For the Final Four?
Didn't say Final Four. He said, I'd like to get her out. But in exchange, next week's HOH, you spare Cynthia and I. He didn't say Final Four. He just said, like, next week.
Well, then that's great.
Yeah.
My plan worked perfectly. Not only is Misha potentially going to be saved this week, but we have convinced Carson to take out one of his own people if Shayna gets on the block. This could be the biggest move in celebrity Big Brother history. My move. I made this happen.
Well, I'll try to win this next HOH.
Up next, in a pivotal power of veto, it seems to be everyone versus Shayna. Then it's the live vote and eviction. Who will end up on the block? And who will be the next celebrity walking out the door? Stay with us. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. It is time for the live power of veto competition. Who will be playing? And who will live to fight another day? Let's find out. House guests, it is now time for the power of veto competition. The winner of the power of veto can use it to remove either Todd or Misha from the chopping block, or they can leave Carson's nominations intact. A random draw has determined that Todrick, Lamar, and Cynthia will be joining current HOH Carson and the two nominees, Todd and Misha, in this crucial battle. Now, as you all know, today is Valentine's Day. This holiday would simply not be complete without a great big box of chocolates, which is why this competition is called Sweeter Than Veto. And here's how it works. On my go, you will race down your lane and attempt to put your 6-piece chocolate box puzzle together. The first house guest to do so, then buzz in, will win the golden power of veto. But be warned, your puzzle must be built within the wooden frame. And as my Valentine's Day gift to all of you, I've given you the first piece of the puzzle. That piece is in the correct spot. And I'm also giving you an obvious hint about another piece as well. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Then get on your mark. Get set. Go. Congratulations, Todrick! You have won the Golden Power Veto. You have just a few minutes to strategize, everyone, and decide what you're gonna do, Todrick. I need everyone to head inside right now and use this time wisely. Todrick has won the Power Veto, but will he use it? The live veto meeting next. Stay with us.
Pieces left. I had 2 pieces left.
I had
So
two. I felt like I was getting there.
How did he go this fast? Oh my God. A couple pieces left.
Good job.
I had a couple.
Congratulations.
Way to go. I had a couple pieces running so fast. I had a couple pieces left. Good job, man.
Wow.
Good job.
I really sucked at that, like for real.
For real?
He's like, for
I had
real.
a couple pieces. I was right there with a couple pieces.
I thought it was gonna be so
I got
good.
my girl.
I had a few pieces.
Oh my God. I won
Congrats.
something.
But wait, I look back and I see
gonna be
everybody.
so
else.
proud.
I'm like, is he done? Like, no
Oh, yeah, you
way.
did win something, finally.
I know.
Yay.
Not sounding shady about
They
it.
look like
No.
for you.
so heavy.
Okay.
Which one do you want? Thank you. Oh my God.
That was fun.
Oh my God.
I was legitimately.
You won the veto.
Terrible.
That was very hard. But I had my pieces. I was at least right involved in it. I looked. And we all had like 2 left.
Won that veto.
He was done. The hell, did you just run there like at 100 miles an hour?
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Todrick has just won the Golden Power Veto. He will likely use it to save Misha. Let's go to the living room and get this veto meeting started. Hello again, house guests.
Hello, Julie.
It is time to begin the veto meeting. I see you're all there. Todrick,
Yes.
as winner of the Power Veto, you may now remove one of the 2 nominees from the chopping block, or you may also leave Carson's nominations in place. So, Todrick, please give everyone your decision.
Well, well, well. Karma is a sweet, beautiful treat. I thought I was gonna need to fight for this veto for my girl Misha, but the person who needs this veto the most is the person who has been ignoring me for the past 24 hours. So I'm gonna mix things up, and I'm gonna give the veto to you, Todd.
What?
Yeah.
Man, thank you, bro.
I
Appreciate
think my
that.
friends need to bond a little
Yes.
Expect the unexpected, Todrick.
bit. Julie, expect the
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, Carson, well, you know what? Todd Bridges, you can have a seat on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Relax, take a load off. Carson, you have some business to do because you're the current head of household.
I am.
You must now name a replacement nominee. So please face your housemates and make your replacement nomination.
This is still not easy, but I will nominate Shayna.
Thank you. Thank you, Shayna, for taking your seat there. All right. House guests, I will be back before you know it for the live vote and eviction. Up next, Shayna or Misha? Whose Big Brother life will come to an end? The live vote and eviction is next. Stay with us. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Just moments ago, Todrick won the Golden Power veto and decided to use it to remove Todd. Then Carson put Shayna up in his place. Let's return to the living room for the live vote and the eviction. Hello again, everyone. Misha, Shayna, in just a few moments, your housemates will cast their votes to evict live. But before they do, you each have a chance to sway their votes with one brief statement. Misha, you're first.
Well, I'm not surprised that I'm in this position because I feel like I've been an obvious target since the moment I walked in this door, and I take it as a compliment that I'm here, but I do ask you to consider the reason Shayna is here is more for being shady, and I'm going to call it like it is. So I would ask that you make a deal with the devil you know versus the devil that you don't. Happy Valentine's Day, my loves at home.
Thank you, Misha. Shayna, you have the floor.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you so much to CBS and the entire production crew here. Everyone has been so incredibly amazing. Matthew, I cannot wait to kiss your face tonight on Valentine's Day. Ati, Lando, Bama, I love you so much. Mom, Dad, Chrissy, David, and Dina, thank you so much for believing in me. This has been a dream come true to play, and so thank you so much. And Rhode Island, I love you.
Thank you both. All right, everyone, it is time for the live voting to begin. Now, as you all know, the two nominees, they cannot vote. Carson, as the current head of household, you will only vote in the event of a tie. One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your vote to evict. Todd, you're up first. Please go to the diary room.
I thought I was in trouble again or something. I didn't know.
Todd began the night on the block. So what will he do now that he's voting? Hello, Todd. You're not in trouble.
Oh, thanks.
Please cast your vote to evict.
Evict Shayna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cynthia was aligned with Shayna, but everything turned upside down in the last 24 hours. Will she send her former ally out the door? Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
Please cast your vote to evict.
Sadly and unfortunately, I vote to evict Shayna. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. Love you, Mike.
Thank you.
Kayla, Ashley.
Lamar has been aligned with Misha. He should vote to keep her safe. Hi, Lamar.
Hello.
Please cast your vote to evict.
It's hard.
Do what's in your heart. I need you to vote to evict. One or the other. Can you hear me, Lamar?
Yeah, I do.
All right. You know we're on live TV, right?
Yeah.
And you know we got to get off at the top of the hour.
I choose to evict Shayna.
Thank you. It's official. With 3 votes to evict Shayna, Shayna will be leaving the house tonight. But let's see how Todrick votes. Hi, Todrick.
Hello, Julie.
Full of surprises. What do you have for me now? Please cast your vote to evict.
I am elated to evict the person who I've had their back this entire time who backstabbed me, Shayna. Am I allowed to vote twice, Julie?
No, you are not.
I'm sealing the deal. Shout out to my fans. I love you. Can't wait to see you on tour. Mwah.
Thank you. All of the votes are in, and with 4 votes to evict Shayna, Shayna will leave the house tonight. When we return, we'll give the news to the house guests. Stay with us. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. The house guests have been voting live to evict either Shayna or Misha, and with 4 votes to evict Shayna, Shayna will be leaving the house tonight. Let's give the news to the house guests. House guests, the votes are in. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say goodbye and walk out the front door. By a vote of 4-0, Shayna, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Hope you win. Don't worry, Todrick. I'll get the jury to vote against you.
That's fine. Oh, damn. Don't be too hard on me now.
I will. Hi, Julie.
I'm not allowed to
I wanted
hug.
to wear something better for you, but
You look gorgeous.
I didn't think.
Hope I didn't throw too much shade on her, but I'm just that person.
no.
Like it is.
I appreciate you highlighting that for people who maybe weren't figuring out why
Right.
she was there, so that means the world to
Okay,
me. So
good.
thank you.
Yeah.
You were very classy about it.
Thank you.
And she was actually very classy, except for that part.
Yeah.
And then the actual extra words at the end, I think, say it all. So
I don't know why they say don't talk about production or the thing that they're doing.
So she, as she leaves, she's like, I'm going to go manipulate the other people like I've been doing the entire time in this house. It's like her underlying character. I'm going to go
She was
manipulate
never,
other
ever-
people.
She's been literally
she's
talking about
literally
me
gonna
and
try
throwing
to
me
go
under the
out.
bus while I've been
That's
saving
what
her
she
this
just,
entire time.
That's what she just said. Her leaving words were, I'm going to go and try to talk to everybody while he can't even defend himself in there and talk to everybody and get them to vote against him, like
That's
Mariah
shady.
and Teddy
Yeah, it's
and,
very.
Chris.
they're all going to watch the show, and if everything that you guys have said is
Shayna, your last words in the house, you said, Todrick, tell everyone what you said.
I said, Todrick, don't worry. I'll get the jury to vote against you.
Do you mean that?
I don't have any control over what they do, but he was already doing his song and dance, so it was my last little jab that I could get.
When I gave you the floor to try and sway votes tonight, that was a farewell speech. You threw in the towel.
Yeah.
Why?
I already knew that they were going to backdoor me. Just the way that they were interacting, the way I thought they maybe even had like an alliance. I'm like, please tell me they had an alliance, and I just didn't know about it. But yeah, I just knew. So it wasn't a surprise. And when I tried to talk to Carson about it early in their day, he was like, well, good luck in the veto. Like, if you'll get to play in the veto, and if you win, you're good. And I didn't even get to play in the veto. So, and I would never have done that to him or to Cynthia.
Your own allies accused you of being a double agent.
Yeah.
Carson and Cynthia turned on you. Now, in fairness, at the beginning of the game, you were working with Misha and her allies.
Sure.
So
I tried.
You tried.
I tried.
You
I
know
never...
you know this
Yeah.
game, Shayna. You know this game, and you know you can bounce checks in the Big Brother house.
Absolutely.
So, would you say that Carson and Cynthia were right to say that you were playing both sides?
It's very frustrating for me because not many people in there even know how to play this game. So that was very confusing. I was spending so much time explaining everything to them, and then they got mad at me for finding out information and giving them information. I mean, Carson himself was in 3 alliances. He doesn't even know it. He was with the Formation. He was with Lions and Tigers and Bears, with Todrick. Then he was in alliance with Teddy. Like, he doesn't even know.
How big of a mistake did Carson and Cynthia make
Oh,
tonight?
they're done. I will be at home eating popcorn. Like they have, and they just lost their number. And Chris Kirkpatrick, they all have someone in there. I only had Chris Kirkpatrick. Chris Kirkpatrick sacrificed his game so that we could make the power play to do this. And Carson just, because they don't get it, just threw it away. It's just, they don't even know the hard work that I put in to get us in the position that we were in and then to do that. It was just, it's like my mind is like blown.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
Todrick and Misha threw you under the bus.
Oh, they blew up my game. And not even in a good way. Like, they're, yeah.
But you're a super fan.
Yeah.
Do you respect that you got outplayed by them, or do you not respect what went down?
I respect it to an extent. I mean, I guess, you know, they did what they had to do in their position, so it's fine. I respect that. What I don't respect is Carson, like, believing them or just not even giving me the benefit of the doubt. It's like, okay, Carson, I don't care if I had an alliance with Santa Claus 2 weeks ago. Why? I took you off the block and saved Cynthia.
Why do you think you couldn't convince him?
I don't know. I don't know what they said or did, but you know, it's like Todrick rides the coattails of Misha and Cynthia rides the coattails of Carson, and I never had anyone in there on my team, so it was very difficult to penetrate those duos.
Final thoughts?
I had an amazing time. I am a super fan, so this was such a dream come true to play and to win 2 vetoes and make some big moves, even if they didn't pan out. Thank you so much for having me. It was so cool.
It was a pleasure watching you play this game.
Thank you.
You know it, and you have 2 POVs back to back.
Thank you.
Under your belt.
Yes.
You're going to be back here on finale night.
Absolutely. Yes.
February 23rd, which is a Wednesday night. And you got to vote.
Yes.
We'll
Go
see.
Todd Bridges.
Stay right there. Tune in Wednesday at 8, 7 Central to see who rises to power as the new head of household. Will the power shift again? And who will wind up on the chopping block? Find out Wednesday. Then Friday at 8, 7 Central, it is another 2-hour live eviction. And if you want to see the celebrities 24 hours a day, stream the live feeds right now at ParamountPlus.com/CBBLF. For now, let's eavesdrop on the house guests. From outside the Big Brother house with Shayna Moakler, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Love one another. Good night.
My ass is on fire at this point.
They actually
Where do they want us at? Where do they want us at?
We'll just come back to the live
3 and
shot like
3.
this, and I'll be like, it's Valentine's Day.
I love you.
I know that was
love your story.
Yeah, honestly, I would.
You said what?
Vote Misha off. I was gonna vote Misha off because I didn't want to make that decision. I was gonna put it in.
Wow.
You.
A painting was stolen. Nobody has ever breached the vault. But I do love being the first. Every plan needs a little improv. She's out of her damn mind. You got 15 seconds. Race you. You getting slow.
Girl, I'm gonna hurt you.
Jada Pinkett Smith guest stars on a new Equalizer, Sunday, February 27th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.